Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, I'll scratch my eye. Today we are building, well, not completely building, we're doing work on, the Eduard Lavockin La-7, this little critter. Now, I gotta say, as a kit, it's pretty damn good. It's my first Eduard. I'm quite impressed on the whole. Yeah. Now, all we've really got to do today, assembly-wise that is, tail fins, rear tail, guns, maybe the nose cone. But we can do all of that. Although there is, anyway, I'm waffling. Waffle, waffle, waffle. I do waffle. These are silly times. Never mind. Now, before I get started, um, oh yeah, oh yeah, womp womp. Light on. Let's get you good people a better viewing posse. And we look. Light up. And the boys light up. Now here's our aircraft. Now there's a few things I'll actually show you here for those who may have purchased the kit and are looking at it. Something they've done that's kind of cool. Look very closely. That there's a little locking point there between the fuselage and the wings. Now, an important detail with that, and here's something that's a little problematic for me on this one. That sort of locks that in. Look really closely, see, it's not 100% straight. Now, from this angle, your ability to peg that is like, yeah, good luck with that. But it's something that in future builds I'll pay more attention to. Equally, you'll find, and this is something that's actually kind of cool, the bottom of the wings locks that in to a fair point, and you can see it's sort of wedged now. That's kind of cool. So that's where we're at the moment. Oh, that's just a bit of blue tack, isn't it? That's for those of you in the US. Silly putty. I think it's crazy putty or silly putty. Now, here, a bit. Our assembly instructions. As an aside, that is the paint scheme we will be giving it. Fairly straightforward one, really. Something I do like as to what they've done is there's some decals for those really fine straight lines. But all you actually need to do, see, that's a bit tricksy. But ultimately, the point is they've given decals for those really thin lines there, which is very handy. Certainly grateful. That's curious. As an aside, okay, there is a decal for that that will do that, but it should. Okay, I see what. And to do that. Yes, carbon. And yet it doesn't do it there. Interesting. You look here, I'll show you. Hopefully you can see. Here, that red goes across that line. On that side, it would appear not to. Now, not sure what to make of that. Anyway, I'm getting a bit distracted here. That's a bit funky with the aerial. That. That one goes across to there, that's fine. There's another one that connects to that. And there's another... Yeah. Anyway, now, let's look for our assembly point. We are up to... Okay, now. Okay. Well, there's a few things I want to do here. Counter. Now, the red black blades. Now, I might be well served to paint those while they are actually off, away from each other, and then assemble them up. Sense to me. Here's our Lavockin bits. Things I definitely want to get on today are that one. Now here's our propeller blades. Once I've got that on, pop them out for spray painting. And I will too. I want to also say something there that's going I want to get these on. These are the tail fins. And yeah, that's it. That's what the bigger objectives. The rest of it we'll do a bit of setting up of things. Right? Some instances, adding of colour. Now, if you'll excuse me a brief moment. It's spring here in South Australia. So I'm getting the hay fever action now. A19 being that one. Markings A, which I'm pretty sure is our good friend Boob, which it is. So yeah, it is that one being that. Let's do. I want to do the tail first. Doesn't really. Get a file. File then. Off. There we go. Now, down. Let's see how nicely that fits. Or if I just got that wrong. Oh, I've got that the wrong way. That'll help. It's pretty sweet. Look at that. I believe I got that the wrong way around. That is, you can't even see what I'm doing, Rob. Okay, here we go. Here's our piece that we've just prepared. As you can see, it's a very look at that, sweet as. Now, what I'd done before that was so silly was that I'd done it completely the wrong way around, like that. It was that way. Now, once that is in, I think what I'll do is I will get the tail on, that part of the tail. I'll start getting that little lump there needs to be there as part of the aerials. I think. Okay, why don't I just check? Not that hard now. It does need to be there. That's good. Now, meantime, glue. Paper. Glue on. That happened. Good. Always get a bit of glue on both sides of something. Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm just putting the gun cover onto the Lavockin here. Now, I'm going to get the very back of the tail on. We're going to do a bit of setting up and stuff. Yes, we are. Before we put the other tail in. Once that's done, I can actually look at a few options on this. I am excellent, thank you. I've had a productive morning, and that always puts me in a good frame of mind. As far as I can tell, I'm going to have a productive day, which also puts me in a good frame of mind. So yeah. That'll be quite nice. That just wonder if. Wow, 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 wow. not going to sit quite so nicely. It's just go boom and leave it. Which it will if I do this. Does that? I'm well impressed. Oh, look at that. So it's well enough balanced that um, even without glue, that tailpiece will stay there. Not quite that well balanced, but it's pretty damn good. This is the Eduard Lavockin. It's got photo etch, and it's my first kit with photo etch. And I've got to say, it's a bit good. I don't know if you ever used photo etch before, but I've got to say, I'm a convert, and I've actually been actively tracking down kits with photo etch as a result of this experience. Really good detail, man. Once we've got this one, we will like I said, do some prepping. All right. There we go. So, here's our Lavockin coming along nicely, I think. As a quick little aside, one of the things I find interesting about this aircraft, um, looking at it, is that from a dimension size, it's actually quite a small fighter. That would have given a good maneuverability, and I can see why it was good for the pilots. It's got some, it would have been able to hell out of place or get into places very easily. Now we're just going to pop that aside. No, I don't. I'm just going to leave that there. That will do fine. As a quick little aside, not quick, another quick little aside, but something I'll show you while I'm here. Partly because I'm a bit chipper with it. Don't know if you've done the photo etch thing before, but check that out. Let's hear it for photo etch. That is a sexy dashboard in my eyes. And then we come to, okay, let's hear it for photo etch. So yeah, and it's pretty easy to use in actuality. I found anyway. Yeah, I know, right? It's when I first looked at it, I was a bit, oh, I haven't done this before. You know how it is when you've never done something first, or when you're doing something for the first time. Yeah, well, I gotta say, man, trim it off, file if you need. Now, I did invest in some stuff that makes it easy. That's never a silly idea. Ease of purpose is a wonderful thing. The details are fantastic from photo etch. As I said, I'm a fan, undeniable fan. If you hadn't worked that out already. Okay, now these are our propeller blades. Now we're going to airbrush them. Because the nose cone is red, up. Now, almost, I've got a light that's got a bit of a stem sort of a thing. As I was looking forward, almost bored myself in the eye with it. That would have been a bit of an interruption to proceedings. Fortunately, it didn't happen. Here's our nose cone. Now, that is going to be red. And where is? Okay, here's our where I put propeller. Actually, I'm showing you very well there. Give me a moment. Okay, now be helpful if I zoomed in now, wouldn't it? Here's our nose cone. See, at the very front of that, there's a gun. Or actually, well, it doesn't come out, but there's the gun hole. So what I might even do is get some liquid mask on that. Wouldn't mind quick checking. This is what the propeller blades go into. I want to see if this rim is inside or outside of that. If it's outside, obviously I'm going to need to paint that. I'll paint that. Okay. So that rim wants to be red. That's easy. Now, conveniently, I can put that on the same for a moment. Brass, I believe, mate. Give me a moment. I'll put them on something that I'll be painting them on. Yeah, nice and so. Boom. Now, give me a moment because here we go. Here we go. This is the stuff. The stuff. And what we've okay. Now some of this you have to paint yourself. Some of it they've pre-painted, like that. The dash was pre-printed, so you don't do anything. But let's zoom here. Yep. As you can see, this is the material it's made out, actually made out of. But if you look, see there's, they've hacked the shit out of a lot because I put some of it on. But there's all your little bells and whistles, and some you paint, some of them you don't. And you can see how that sort of a thing, positioned appropriately, will really highlight stuff for you. All that you want it to be. Nah, I reckon it's brass, mate. Photo etch brass, I believe, is the drill. Fantastic. And as I said, real easy to use. If you've got all the bits you need anyway. You do need extra tools. It's not just a question of photo etch brass and build. You need to have the right tools to go with that. Part of which is stuff like, as an example, one of these. This is an actual, it's actually called the ultimate photo etch placer, and it is. It's great. You just pick it up, literally, like flap, bang. Put it on your glued spot. See you later. It's there. Oh, hey, cutie guy, how you doing? Other stuff you need is there's a particular cutting board. There's what's called a hold and fold. There's a few stuff. I'll be doing some photo etch on this at some stage because there is more to do. If you look at the, I'm good, thanks, mate. If you look at the assembly instructions, for example, we've got a bit of photo etch to put on all of the wheels, the wheel bits there. But first, I will want to get our main assembly and main paint coats on before I start doing that sort of stuff. There's how it rolls, mate. But it's all pretty cool stuff, photo etch. I'm a fan, as I said. Now, next, something I should probably identify. These are parts of the wheel covers, isn't it? Just Here's an idea. Now, what wheel covers I need? Question. Because they can be done quite separately from the wheels, this instance. So I also think it's a bit good. A, B. Oh, guys, here we go. Not a question of which ones. Wonder why it is that you wouldn't do. Because you've got the option of not doing it. Basically, I just need to paint them separately, then do them. These will, of course, be black, but look at that. You're not going to get any erroneous lines. It'll all be nice and sweet. So, what we're going to do, they will, look at that. Look at that. Sexy. MC218, which I believe is the undercarriage colour. Oh. That's some. They reckon it's straight aluminium. Okay. I can come at that. Yes, I can. So these, straight aluminium. Conveniently enough, I do. That's a bit. Got a slight issue here of. You have to mask those off completely. I can't trim all of this off to spray those. Jesus, that's not meant to have happened. Where the hell did that go to? I think that's behind my desk. I'll have to find that afterwards. Jesus, did you see that? Yeah, that is the directions. The assembly instructions, I've got to say, also are a bit special in as much as, sorry, I'm still mildly amused by the way that piece just launched off. I'm just having a quick squizzly to see if I can spot exactly where it's gone to. I will find it. That was a bit full on, actually. Glad it didn't hit me in the eye. Jesus. Bear that in mind in the future. Wow. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I'll come back to that later, but in any event, okay, so I've got that put where I want it over there. We can, meantime, yeah, something I think is a bit good about the assembly instructions they give you. There's a whole stack of good things about it. Now, give me a moment while I jump. This time I think I'll hold these. They can be pushed nice and easy. Where are they? Here they are. One of the things I like about them is what a neat little booklet, just that on its own. But it goes in really good detail about the aircraft in question there. It does break down what the different parts are for you. It does come with masks, by the way, but depends on how you want to go about doing stuff. But it gives you a good breakdown, tells you what color the paint of a given part is. And it's much nicer than some that, and look, it even breaks it right the way down to as to where you should mask, how you should mask, and gives you good detail on the paint job, on the paint schemes that you got on offer. Gives a good amount of the paint schemes too. What's more, so as a kid, it's a bit of a winner. But I much prefer that to sort of like you get some and they start falling apart on you. This gets a bit frustrating. It does. Ow. other things. Now, something I need to identify which of these ones we're going to be using. I think this is ours. Then, I wouldn't mind doing all amount. Let's see, the inside of that. So that when our engine, being this little critter, goes in, probably being overly fastidious with my painting, but that is the way I roll. To identify the right one. It is a 1:72. That's a pretty big typo. But beyond that, maybe they've got a 1:1:44. But I've got to say, 1:144 actually sounds kind of intimidating by virtue of the sheer tiny. It would have to be very tiny. The one for a single engine, 1:144 A32. The one we require. Moment. 32. So daisy 0. This one. So that's the one we need. Right. Then I'm just going to pop that there for the time being. Is there anything on here I'm going to need immediately? No. Pop that aside. What else do I have in my little box here I might need to pay attention to? Done. We're doing well, guys. Although, here we go. We'll worry about masking that up later. Won't take long. Here's a photo etch tool. I don't know what it's doing in that box. This is something you use to hold the photo etch down as you cut it. All right. Now, before we get into painting of that, what we're going to do. Can't be that way around, can it? Which way? It could be that way, though. Let's just check which way go. Ah. Aha. Ah. Curious thing. Where I identified, that has a little rectangular part there. That one does not. Now, once we've got them on, we will hit that interior area there with some fatty black. Whereupon, can put time. Ooh, I would suggest we're fairly set to consider getting the canopies. Alright. Gotta say, that's pretty swish. If I get the other ones, if they're both going to sit very sweetly like that with both of them in, I would take that as a good time to getting that glue on both of them and getting them done. Then, they're looking good. Well, notwithstanding the fact that I've got to go search and destroy for a bit of sprue that flew off. Dear oh dear. Yeah. Oh, but no cigar. Ach. That's not a banana. No. Ach. Easy grin from the big man if you can identify that. 1920s was comedian. Let's see if we can get them both in together, shall we? Oh, cool. Oh. Need to give. Oh, it's actually quite loose. So, eight. Okay, let's do it. I'll have to hold it for just a little while for it to settle into place. But should be well. Then we'll continue on our merry way with first, as I said, the chassis black in that, and then the I reckon we'll certainly get we'll be able to do we could do the interior, all of them. Yeah, that'll work. Still a piece of that'll be a good outcome from the session. Do the exteriors later. Right. Now, the next one. I know why I'm doing the there we go. Alright. Now we'll just sit there just for a little while. Won't take too long to be solid enough to put down, I should think. Yes, be good. Just leave that there. Yeah, the reason I might do the engine cowling there separately is because there's a finely exposed engine behind it. It'll be easier to do it without that there. That's my theory. So, in the meantime, good people, now give me a while. Back the whole stack of paints to search. Oh, dear, didn't mean to do that. There will be, it's only one I'm actually looking for. Classy black. Winner. Chicken dinner. Actually, I don't have a chicken dinner tonight. I have a preparing filet mignon. I used to work with a woman whose sister was named Mignon, and they were from part of town that pronounced it Mignon. Anyway, didn't know how to break it to her that she'd been called mushroom. Given that the running joke about mushrooms, call someone a mushroom that kept in the dark and fed shit. It's probably a less than flattering. Just saying. Now we're almost there. So, I reckon that's because there's not much in here, it's not going to be too hard to make. Now, so I'm just having a quick squizzlies to make sure I can see where all the parts of the computer are. Can I? There was one. Go with here is right here is where the just in case where the engine ends. But either way, if there's any exposed areas like this black or aluminium, that's the idea. Whoop, geez. There we go. Get the colour going. Because this paint is actually mostly meant for airbrushing, it takes a few goes to really get some good depth of colour. Now we get places. Completed that. I'll in. What I've done and why. Alrighty. All it is, and you're going to be possibly going with that because that simple ring there. The idea is the engine goes in there, but if it's not covering any area, what we get, that chassis black, might even just tidy up that rim a little bit, or say, a little bit there. The idea is get what. All right. That's all I wanted to do on that. Small and trivial though it seems. Put what have you done this time? Where have you put? Really? Can't find what bloody thing. Damn right, that is. Wonder. There. Fuck's sake. Really, Rob? Really, mate? Oh, there it is. Blind as a bloody bat. There are times, people. That's dry as a bloody bat. Whenever I hear of dry as a... Sorry, mate. Whenever I hear the phrase dry as a bone or anything like that, I get reminded of there's a Family Guy where Peter's been incredibly dumb. Well, dumb. Particular instance resulted in him having fingers blown off while they're all frantically running around trying to find them so that they can be reattached. Stewie's there. With his zipper cup. There. You know, I don't mean to be a problem, but I'm fresh out of juice. Bone dry. And, yeah. I don't mean to be a problem, but I'm fresh out of thinner. Bone dry. Cleaned. Now, next. Now, alrighty. Now, what we will do next, let's give this a bit of a wipe. It's a bit of a sweet root like that. Sexy, sexy. That's the way you. He's going to look nice. Now, next. Grab that. Certainly need that. We're going to do our interiors dark grey rubber seals. Now, note, important thing to make note of here in this context is that the rubber seals are rubber seals and the ones you find on the car or on an aircraft, not rubber. Sorry, I'm being very. monster is extremely silly. Chapter 37. I'll get a mouthful of coffee. Now, something I thought to get on my desk, some of these. Or in fact, an entire container, because I'm forever looking for them and raiding the kitchen. So I got me own. Yes, I did. I need one. Let's take this dark grey a wee bit more. Alrighty. Goggles. Yeah. Might want to do in this instance. Make sure I've got you a decent view. Bit. Be easy. Won't take as long. I still haven't got my new microphone going. Got to do a couple of bits with it. Really understand how it rolls. Oh, God's sake. Right. That's what I was trying. This is not brush. What are you thinking, mate? What are you thinking, mate? Brush I want. I reckon I just grabbed that by mistake. Here we go. This one looks. This is the here. That's the ticket. Got that again. Just to measure. Yeah. Here first. One. I need to. Do. There we go. Right. plug in the right camera. So, next. All right. Change that. That light's not really helping on. Now. Next. There. Toothpick out. Go to right. And interior seals are almost done. That part of it anyway. The other part is two other parts. Now, okay. Right. Now, it's just the two other parts of that. We're going to go. All right. Right across. That one done. Here's the inside of it. All right. Finally. All right. There we go. That's that one done. Obviously, we've still got to do the outside, but that's our interior. That's it. for the rubber seals. So there we have him. Now, that one. Next, we'll go with this. Give me a moment, I'll put you on camera. Boom. This one, much the same sort of drill, fundamentally. Righty. Okay. This side. All right. Go down the front there. Part. Now, this kit does actually come with masks. And these because if whatever it tidy it up, whereas with the masks would already have dried, at which point you're done. Do it this way because it's still wet. You can stretch it. That's not a problem. Do have him. All right. Now, two long ways, lines. Tidy that up a bit. All righty. So, next. Oops. We've got the other one to do. So, here we go. Boom. Just that easy, kids. Now, so next. Move that around. To the side of this part now. Then we can do the side of the last part of the canopy. That way. Right, let's get erstwhile toothpick. Toothpick. They get to a point, and then you gotta. Good. Finally. There we go, and there is interior done. So, oh, hand cramp. Finally, last bit is this one. That's loose. Oh, that's not, might as well straight up to the. Tell you that right. File. Like, all right. There go. Can be a bit fiddly, and this brush is getting a little tired from having done quite a lot of. Alrighty, bit of toothpick work there. Go round. Yeah. That's annoying. Okay, now I've got to go on a seek and destroy because it's bounced off my torso onto the floor. Yay. In that regard, yeah, think I can see it. So, yeah, yeah. There's two reasons for that. One, if you, the idea is that down the track, if someone, give me a moment, I just want to check something. Careful. I didn't hear any cracking noises, and that's a good start. Yeah, there's two reasons. Um, One is that when you do the exterior painting, you can be gives it a better depth of color because it's got something to resist have backing it. The other reason, now give me a moment, I'm just going to get a torch to see if I can find this piece easily. The other reason is that, you know what, there, is that way if people look in from the inside, from the outside and see through the cockpit, they will see dark grey, which will be, of course, the rubber seals. So that's the theory that I'm applying in that circumstance. Let's see if I can spot. Is that it? Hang on. Is that it? I think it is. Give me a moment. Now I've got to get. Oh, mummy, let me just have a quick squeeze. All right. Let's have a look. All right. Give me a moment, guys. I've got to get down on the ground. Should I just wind the stream up and pitching that? If I don't find it immediately, I'll need to. Oh, sweet Jesus. Found it. I believe. Yeah. Giggity. Now, while I'm down here, give me a moment. I would like very much to see if I can spot that piece of sprue that went flying. Some stuff on there. While I'm down here, might be a good time to see if I can grab it. And I can't even spot it. God alone knows where that went to. I will find it. Anyway, in the meantime, up we get. Well, not up yet. I am in position to get up now. Turn this torch off. But yeah, anyway, I do paint the insides as well, mate. Yes. Now, all right. Now comes the one leg in position. And, we get. Oh, that was a whole lot of no fun. Now, I can get this finished. I can. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, sorry about that. Now, all right. They are modelling us as an Olympic sport. Where was I? Did not need that behaviour. Once I've got this finished, goggles too. I'll wind the stream up, guys. We're almost there on this one. Anyway, I hope my explanation as to why I do this it made sense. And crap. Blurry, we're not having a lot of luck here, guys. Time. if you get a clear piece just as an experiment, then do a coating of it's a practice thing. But the thing that got me onto it was I was looking at I'd done a canopy, I'd masked it as best I could and thought everything was sweet, reed and petite, and I wound up with it leaking. You know, man, I'll be better than if I went bare hand. Put myself in. The lines that you need to do on a canopy are not that much wider. In fact, they're much the same sort of dimension as lines you do in your detailing. Your interiors. So, I concluded B. Well, it wasn't going to do it on a clear surface. And that's that. And ever since then, I'm sorry you wouldn't have seen any of that. And ever since then, yeah. Anyway, that's the interior of that done. Now the benefit, in fact, you might be able to see the benefit here. I'll zoom in for this. Even on the outside, without any actual paint, you can see how that's fairly solid. Now the idea is, when the actual paint goes on, because it's got that solid backing, it gives it a solid look rather than if you've got nothing behind it, gives it a bit of a clear look and you don't want that at them apples. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it, and I've just noticed something very small on this side that I want to tidy up. And all you got to do to tidy stuff up is just get your toothpick and away you go. Now the exterior colours are a different matter, of course. You do got to do the right ones. On the inside, I use dark grey because, to my mind, your rubber seals are never truly black. They're more dark grey, and that's the colour I tend to use as a result. On the outside, of course, you use the relevant paint colours or paint scheme. I'll get off of there, and away you go. So yeah, that is that's why I do it. It does take practice. Again, but you go in with you can go in with confidence, knowing that in the worst case scenario, your toothpick will save you. And that doesn't matter if it's an acrylic or an enamel or whatever. All gone. All gone. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to wind up. Alrighty. Well, that's me done for today. Pretty happy with the progress we made overall. Not so happy that I've got to go trying to find a piece of sprue that's landed somewhere mysterious, but I'll find it. God alone knows where that went to. But it did at least make me aware that I need to be a wee bit more careful. Anyway, I will. What's this? I'll be back tomorrow. No, first, I've got to even say thank you. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. And for any first-time viewers out there, magic button time. Follow, like, or subscribe. Now, if you want to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord. And I'm Rob the Builder and Food Monster on Twitter. Again, we come to those words: follow, like, or subscribe. Don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I just told you. Now, tomorrow I will be back. And let's see. few ways we can go about our next steps. As far as what I'm going to work on tomorrow, I'll work it out. It'll be something. If it's not the Lavockin, it'll be either the B17 or the Advan Corolla. We'll see how we roll on that one, but I will be back tomorrow. And I will be back at the same time, what's more. So all that's really left to say is I'll be back tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. Catch you then, guys.